Awkward trauma flipped harder than my Motorola. I said I'll lay in a text, got left on red. Now I'm scream singing Fallout Boy in my bed. We're spilling secrets from the T9 days, crushing on skaters in able ways. You grab your chain wallet and your blacked out pay. We're dialing back to when life made no sense. Time to confess.
What's up,
Hey
everybody?
guys! Oh wow, a little twofer there. Welcome back. This is Flip Phone Confessional. My name is Brandon,
I'm Justin.
and we are podcast hosts that fight over podcasts. Justin, you were going to say something?
I was going to say how terrible we are at this, but I appreciate you being here nonetheless. Your soul is mine.
Fitting.
Yeah.
On
Fitting.
multiple levels. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, R.I.P. Kerry Tagawa, the homie.
Pour one out.
Also an incredibly soulful dude. Also Grandpa Johnny Tsunami. Also Shang Tsung. Psh, mics drop everywhere.
Today I want to talk about the new Mortal Kombat movie coming out and how it
Winston?
actually is giving me some nostalgia.
Yeah, man. I'm pretty stoked on it. I mean, I'm pretty encouraged by the fact that it's coming out in May, because that means that it is a good movie. The studio thinks that it can actually make money. If it was a horrible movie, then it would have come out within the first 4 months of the year. And this is just generally speaking how movies work.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
so if it comes out in late Q2, it's kind of like, oh, we think we got a banger on our hands. Got it.
Q1, it's called Dumpuary, is like where all like the films
Really?
like go to die. The theaters like, or the production
See,
companies
this
are
is-
like, shoot.
This is
yeah.
the information that our audience
Insider.
likes to know.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
This is
Do you think
cool.
you
I'm
can-
learning.
You think you could just like type into like AI and get this answer? You can,
No.
but you can also hear it on this podcast. No, it looks pretty good. There's a few things that I really liked about it. There's some of the graphics I was like, I don't know, but it does seem like a great like popcorn movie, pop a gummy. The thing that I was really, really like stoked on was the fact that it looked like a lot of the sets were based off of the levels.
Yeah.
And it like a lot of the way that they shot it looks like the gameplay.
That is so. How 95? You were 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, perfect age to see Mortal Kombat. Did you see Mortal Kombat in theaters?
100%. Yep.
Okay, I saw it
Yeah.
in theaters as well. Super young. I was 7, but I don't remember who took me. Maybe it was my uncle, but I remember seeing it in theaters and my mind being like, whoa. Just
Yeah.
that iconic scene when Shang Tsung, Kerry Tagawa, is like Scorpion and Sub-Zero, deadliest of enemies.
Yeah.
But he's like, but they're powerless to my control. And you're just like, when they walk in and Sub-Zero just puts the ice on Sonya's gun, and then of course you have like Scorpion have the thing come out of his hand.
Hands.
You're just like, holy shit! This game that we've been playing for the last 2-3 years on Sega and Super Nintendo is
taking
now
the world by storm.
real. It's now
Yeah.
real. You see these
Yep.
characters, you're just doing that Leo DiCaprio thing. Oh, like that's him. That's
Mhm.
them.
Yeah.
And of course, as a kid, the graphics were mind blowing. Now you look back on it, you're like, it's kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
But hey, for its time, you got to give it credit for 95.
Totally.
I rewatched this movie pretty recently, like a year ago. I was like, damn, Mortal Kombat's just like a good sit down and just like mindless watch. If you just want to go into a comfort space, flip
Totally.
something on while you're cleaning or just chilling, like this movie it'll still get you hype, especially the movie starts off. Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Dude,
Test
like
your might.
yeah,
That like that soundtrack was like incredible. Like
where does that rank all time for like iconic movie songs? Where would you put that in Brandon's top 10?
dude, yeah, easily in the top 10. I mean, okay, so I'm at that movie theater, right? I'm 11, you're 7. We're like cracked up on like sugar and buttered popcorn and like
Yeah,
soda.
I got like Butterfinger BBs, Surge, and popcorn. That is probably like what I have in hand.
Totally. I maybe at that time I'm listening to like what, like Weezer and like Counting Crows. So this is like my
Yeah.
first, like the first time I'm actually exposed to like rave music. You know, like
Oh
it's
yeah.
like, and so yeah, I'm like losing my shit. I'm at my own little 11-year-old rave, just like
Oh, dude.
high off of sugar. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to think about like where other soundtracks lie, but that was iconic. It's got to be up there for you
I
too, right?
Yeah, I mean, when you talk of like iconic songs for movies, you think of like Jaws, you think of like Star Wars,
What
bum
do you think of
bum
score?
bum. Scores, sorry.
Okay.
Or I
Because
guess
that's a
I
song.
guess yeah, I guess that is a song relative to a score. So I'm trying to think of other iconic movie songs that would be up there, but I don't one doesn't come to mind, so this is why I just say it's gotta be in my
Yeah.
top 10, probably top 5. When you
Mhm.
think of a movie, there's very few movies where you immediately associate a song with it. Whenever you think of, "Oh, Mortal Kombat," you're instantly playing that theme song
Yep.
in your head, and it's still a
Yeah.
great song, like,
It
it's on my
is.
workout playlist. It gets you hyped, and when
Wow,
you
wow,
look at
wow, wow, ba-dum, bow, bow,
yeah,
bow,
so
bow,
good.
ba-dum.
And what I'm getting so excited is, 1, I'm a huge Carl Urban fan. I love The Boys on Amazon. I know you said you
Mm.
haven't watched it. It's a great show.
But I love him. He's great.
He's so sarcastic. Like, he's just this, like, asshole character that is, like, just doesn't give a fuck. And I can't imagine I couldn't cast a better Johnny Cage than that right now. And then I've watched all the trailers. So the first movie of the new trilogy, because about from what I researched, this is going to be a trilogy. You have the pre-tournament, you now have the
Mhm.
tournament, and then you have the post-tournament. Supposedly, I think what they're really going to see if they're going to make a third movie is how well this movie does in theaters. The Mortal Kombat reboot came out in 2021. They're still pretty much in the heart of the pandemic, and it didn't get released to I don't know if it got released to theaters. I think it was like maybe a simulcast release to theaters and HBO Max, but it wasn't the same, right? You watch
Yeah.
the reboot probably from your couch, wasn't in surround sound, and there wasn't a ton of action. It was a lot of dialogue, but it was preparing you for what's to come.
So now when
I
you
think
say that, are you talking about the
21.
2021?
Yeah,
Okay.
not the sequel. No, I said the reboot, not the sequel. So the
Okay.
sequel in what, 97 was pretty terrible. But
But the
the reboot,
2021 was good?
no, it was not good. In my opinion. I can't say it's not good. I know some people liked it. It fell short for me. Maybe it was because it was just too much dialogue, not enough action. Maybe it
Was
was because
Carl
you weren't
Urban in that?
what?
Was Carl Urban in the 2021 one?
No, no, no. Johnny Cage was not in this movie at
Okay.
all. They said the reason why was he's too much charisma. There's too enigmatic to have in the first movie for
Okay.
whatever storyline they're trying to create.
Okay.
Um, and so it's going to be interesting to see how they connect the first movie. I'll rewatch the first movie, but the taste in my mouth when I watched the first reboot in 2021 was like, damn, this was not good.
Okay,
I
so
didn't
so
get
that makes me nervous then because it's the same director as the 2021 film.
correct, but there was not a ton of action in that first movie. It was all like intro, like a dialogue.
Oh, so like
It was build
prologue
up.
to
Yeah,
this.
it was
Got it.
build up. Yeah, because it was pre-tournament. This movie, when
Interesting.
you look at the
Right.
trailers,
Right.
it is just nonstop. You're going to have classic fights between tons of people, and
Right.
so that just is like that that gives homage to the movie back in '95.
Yeah.
It was just straight to this tournament is for the fate of the world. You better fucking win or else we all die. And that's exactly how this is. It's like if we lose this tournament, the earth is annihilated. But I'm very curious to see how Carl Urban's gonna overcome not having powers. Because he's just an actor.
Exactly.
Is there gonna be like some potion or some like energy exchange between him and Raiden that gives him like some sort of power? But it looks really good. Like I am so hopeful for Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah, so Mortal Kombat 2 is the second part of the new trilogy?
Correct. Yes.
I see. Okay, interesting. Yeah, no, that'd be really cool if Johnny Cage and Raiden like dock and exchange powers. They're really cool. You know, randomly Carl Urban, like what an incredible career. And hopefully he can resuscitate this franchise cuz
Yeah.
yeah, if that's what was missing in the first one and he brings it back, That'll be pretty incredible. I don't watch The Boys, so I'm not familiar with his work there, but he's had I don't think he's not the first person that I would have thought of, like, oh, he is who should be leading this franchise into its next like glorious iteration.
Hmm.
But when you look back at like his career, it's pretty incredible.
List some of the
S-
movies.
Star Trek, where he played the
I'm not
Doctor.
damn it, Jim. I'm a scientist, not a
Not a
doctor.
doctor. Yeah. Yeah. He was in Riddick. He was in Doom. Okay. He was in Dread.
Oh, Doom. That's right. He was in that. What was that? It was 2005. That was The Rock.
Yep.
In him. I remember seeing that my senior year in theaters. Okay, I'm gonna show some of my tism here. I'm gonna give. If you want to look up Doom, I'm gonna go. This is gonna be so difficult. I'm gonna go like September 25th, 2005 is the release date. How close am I?
Of Doom.
Yeah.
September 5th, 2005. That is correct.
I'm gonna go September 25th is my guess of the release date.
Really close. October 21st. So you're within 30 days.
I was hesitant on October. He was great in that movie too, because Doom was a great game that we. That's funny though, right? There's a correlation. Doom came out in what, like late '80s, early '90s for PC.
Yeah,
and
incredible
scary game at the time as a kid. That 2005 iteration movie is campy. It was kind of, I don't think the highest budget, but it's actually a fun flick. Like I rewatched it. There's some actual real scary parts to that movie, but he did great in it. He was really fun.
I don't think I've seen him bad at anything. To continue on, Born Supremacy, 2004.
Nice.
Thor Ragnarok. He was
right. He has the bald dude with the two guns that jumps off the plane and is trying to kill all the characters.
Exactly. Yeah. And then lastly, Lord of the Rings.
Who's he in Lord of the Rings?
He played Éomer. He was like the leader of of men on horseback.
Oh, got it. Yeah. Dude, he's been in some incredible franchises.
Films.
Star Trek. He's part of the Star Trek franchise, Marvel franchise, and Lord of the Ring franchise. Arguably three of the biggest. Well, Star Trek's not in the top 3. That's probably top 10.
No,
but
Thor and Born Supremacy. Like,
oh yeah, the Bourne franchises too.
Just some of like the best action films of all time.
So no, I think I'm just hopeful that they get back to the roots of what Mortal Kombat is we don't want a ton of story. I don't think we want a ton of depth. I don't. I'm not one of those people.
No, you don't. You don't.
I don't need a bunch of like backstory or dialogue. I want blood, gore, fatality. I will lose my mind if they kill someone in like a crazy way and you just hear fatality. I will lose my shit in the movie theater.
Well, I think you're going to lose your shit because it seems like this one knows who the audience is and what we want.
Yeah. You want millennials and maybe some Gen X to just be like, bro, give us all the fatalities. That's all we want.
Right. Which is interesting that like it seems like they're directing it squarely to us. This is for like 30 to like men in their 30s and 40s. Even like later on, we're in like definitely an episode that we're going to do is an episode on He-Man, which was what I grew up with. And that was one of my favorite like TV shows and like characters of all time because I had
Jared Leto has all the flops and yet he still keeps getting these roles too.
Well, luckily this one doesn't have his face. He's just completely encased in a skeleton. So that'll probably be a good thing. But here's the thing is like, does anyone who is under 40 know what He-Man is? You don't even know what He-Man is, right?
I know it. I just know it.
You didn't grow up with it.
My brother watched it. Yeah, but not me.
And I only watched it because I had like a neighbor who was 4 years older than me that watched it.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting that's coming back around, but they're giving it to me, you know, to basically a dad, right? They're like, hey, dad, you go to this film and then you'll like kind of convince your kids to take them with you. And I think it's going to be the same thing with this Mortal Kombat.
It's just, you see the trailers and you hear the voiceovers, right? Because Scorpion did the claw, the hand things, and then they're get over here. So you're just like, okay, now they get it, right? Because it's kind of like, I say this with remakes, right? Disney, they remade Jungle Book. Shame on them. Yours was iconic, right? So when you think of like Disney remakes, Lion King fell short for me. Jungle Book was good.
Jungle Book was
Aladdin,
good.
Aladdin, I liked. It was still unique seeing Will Smith as opposed to Robin Williams. I think that's just hard to like separate in your head. I'll give Will Smith
Shout out
credit.
to Jada and Will Smith on their
Yeah.
divorce. Who could have
Weird.
saw that
Who
coming?
saw that coming? I'll give credit though. I Will Smith was not a bad genie. He was entertaining for sure. But they've
Big
just
shoes
done
to fill.
they did so many remakes where they give their own interpretation. They do a song differently, and it's just like, no, we want like if you're gonna make a live action, we just want to copy paste. Don't take any creative differences. Like, and I'll give you an example. How to Train Your Dragon that came out last year, the live action.
I didn't see it. It's good.
Was the most incredible live action remake I've ever seen. And you know why? They didn't fuck with anything. It was copy, paste, line for line, song for song, boom. And that's what the people want. Like, we don't want you to alter what we know, right? If you're gonna like try to pull our heartstrings of nostalgia, make it what we know, not what you want it to be. And I think that's why Star Wars has had so many flops recently. I think there's just been so many things where like you're just trying to alter so much stuff that it's not what we want. So from what I've seen, it looks like we heard your feedback. You want blood, you want guts, you want gore, you want action. We're just gonna throw it in your face like nonstop.
I think I mostly agree with you.
Weird that it's not 100%. You don't say.
Well, also, who could have predicted that Justin just wants everything to be the way that it was? Yeah, for sure. We get it. We get it. But I'd say that is like, that is. I usually like that better than the iterative thing. However, I think the ones that can take 80% of the original and give me 20% something new to like chew on, to like evolve it a little bit. Yeah, then that's actually where I think is the true sweet spot lies for me. I think it is hard to thread that needle though. So
like Lilo and Stitch. The Lilo and Stitch came out last year.
Yeah.
Or was it? Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah.
Time's going so fast. Dude, it was awful in my opinion. They changed so much of the story that they didn't have the main bad guy. They had the scientist who was bad, who turned good in the animation, just be the bad guy the entire time. And then of course Nani actually did give up Lilo to the state, technically. So it's like, and she left her to go to college and like chase her dreams, like, hey, see ya. And they tried to be like, oh, well, there's a portal so she can see her whatever she wants kind of thing. But no, dude, they just to me,
I think
it's
if you
like,
change it that much, then you should just have the wherewithal to be like, hey, this can't work. Some things are made to be consumed in this specific way. Just like some books aren't going to be good movies because it's just hard to occupy someone's inner thoughts. If you can't render a blue alien in a way that is successful, then maybe you shouldn't make Lilo and Stitch. And I know that's an issue of capitalism and the dollar, and that's why they went ahead and did it. But when it comes to Mortal Kombat, like even in all of the iterations that I've seen, I haven't seen all of them, but this is the first time where I'm like, oh, I remember that level. They're actually I see them like, they're like the way that they're panning and zooming in is on a 2D like flat, and then becomes 3D, and then you move around within the level or the stage rather, and you're like, oh my god, this is so rad. But I remember
so good.
Like, I think even one has they're going to show a fatality where you uppercut the guy and he falls down to the bottom onto the spikes. How have we never seen that before? So that does make me pretty excited. And I do hope that this director has a little bit more of a budget, a little bit more of a Carl Urban, and can like transcend.
What if The Rock just comes in as Goro? Like inner Scorpion King, where he has like multiple appendages, dude. Can you imagine? Just like, I would actually, The Rock, I think, would play a good Goro, or like John Cena, one of these like super huge, like jacked dudes with just like 4 arms would be hilarious. I'm curious if Goro's going to make an appearance. If Goro comes in this movie, I will lose it. Or wasn't there a chick too, like a chick version?
There was
of Goro.
Yeah.
I can't
Basically
remember
China
her name.
with like 2 arms.
And then a pony, like bald head, and then just a ponytail in the back. So I'm curious. I wonder what Easter eggs, like what characters are you gonna give us Reptile? Are you gonna give us something they haven't? There has to be some sort of like
They definitely
crumb
will.
that they haven't given us yet, because
And
they've shown a lot of characters like Sonya,
Yeah.
Katana.
Katana. Yeah.
What is it?
Jax looks dope.
Jax was in the first
sick.
movie. Jack was in the first reboot.
Got it.
But who's the dude with all the wide mouth and the huge fangs?
Oh, Bakara or Baraka?
Yeah, yeah. So again,
Cyborg?
they've
Yeah.
shown us quite a few of the characters. I'm curious if I really hope they saved some for like, no, you have to go see it in theaters.
Well,
Which they'd be stupid if they didn't. Like that'd be insane to me.
and I think they'll probably save one, if not a few of those, for like the teaser trailer at the end for the third
For
one.
the end, yeah, dude,
Yeah.
where all of a sudden Reptile comes out
Yeah.
of the screen, that'd be so dope. Raiden also looks awesome. Who's the cast? Who's playing Raiden in
The new one.
the second one? Oh,
Yeah, he's kind of a legendary, I think Japanese actor.
Tadanobu Asano. I feel like I know that name. Hasn't he been in a
Really?
ton of stuff?
He's been in a ton. Yeah. You will.
Oh, and he was
recognize him.
he was in the reboot as well. See, I haven't watched it in 5 years. I need to rewatch the reboot just to give it another chance. But
Yeah, do
yeah,
your
man,
homework.
I'm super stoked. I'm glad from the trailers. It's like deep in the nostalgia. Give us gore, give us blood. I'll probably play Mortal Kombat on Super Nintendo just to hype myself up. But yeah, if we can, we should go see that movie
I know
together.
if we can. I know like the timing is gonna be tough for you, but
Yeah, for
if
me,
we-
it's
if
gonna
we-
be brutal. Yeah,
But
hey,
if we
sweetheart,
can-
have fun. I'm gonna go see a movie. Bye.
yeah. But I think from this point we should go to this or that.
Okay.
Like our specific Mortal Kombat this or that segment, which I think
Okay.
you have this right. Do you have a few written down? I can also
Yeah,
do off the
I
top
do.
of my head. Okay.
Yeah, I got. Okay. First, well, why don't we flip? If you got one, I'll go first, and then you go.
Okay. Well, I think the easy one is this or that: Sub-Zero or Scorpion.
Okay. Sub-Zero for me. Maybe it's because I have blue eyes. I always love the color
I was
blue.
gonna say.
Yeah, I was obsessed with the color blue. Blue and green are my
blew
favorite
myself.
colors. Yeah. Whoa. I just thought that was such a sweet technique, and when I played Mortal Kombat as a kid, like I would just constantly do that. I'd be one of those guys that everybody would hate. Is like, I'm just gonna freeze you right away, and then
Yeah.
come up and do a huge uppercut, freeze you
Yeah.
again, huge uppercut, and after 3 of those, you're like, damn, game's over. But it was such. Like, those are just the two iconic characters. If you didn't pick Sub-Zero, it was like rotation between Sub-Zero or Scorpion, because the gis, the fits were just so sick.
So
But for me, I always gravitated toward blue, and I was just like, in this motion, reminded me too of Dragon Ball Z. So I'm like, I'm always gonna pick Sub-Zero. What about you?
Yeah, unfortunately, I agree with you. I'm kind of a blue man as well. I don't have blue eyes. Actually, little known fact is like in my Filipino family, there is this really crazy but cool recessive gene of I have several family members who have dark brown eyes, but they have a blue ring around the outside of their iris. And so I actually have it too. If you actually look into my eyeballs in the sun, like over time as I get older, my eyes are going to get lighter and they're going to get bluer. It's not the reason why I love Sub-Zero though. Just kind of the same thing. Really cool. Scorpion, dope as well, but does Scorpion have like a crazy face underneath? Am I remembering this correctly? Does Scorpion have like jagged teeth?
If I remember in the movie, I think so. Right?
Yeah.
Wasn't
Which is,
it
weird.
just a skeleton? I thought it was just like a skull. I don't remember.
Oh, got it.
I'll have to
we'll have
rewatch
to
the
do some
first one
research.
again. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Sub-Zero was like literally the coolest, I suppose, pun intended.
Raiden or Shang Tsung?
I'm gonna have to go with my heart here, and I gotta go Shang Tsung. You know,
Shocker.
honestly, does it even matter like what I actually feel about it? Shout out to Kerry Hiroyuki Tagawa. I think, Raiden is cool in theory, but the movie did so much for Shang Tsung. Kerry did so much with that character to the point where afterwards the game makers changed what Shang Tsung looked like to look more like Kerry Tagawa. Yeah,
Yeah.
your soul is mine. One of the most iconic lines of one of the most iconic villains. Like
Yeah.
maybe maybe the earliest greatest villain that I can remember.
Yeah, it's hard to be a memorable villain, right?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of other movies I grew up with. Because you think of like Jurassic Park, which we talked about before, Newman, whatever his name is. I think of him as like
Yeah.
the villain in that movie. You didn't say the magic word. Yeah, Kerry Tagawa as Shang Tsung. Man, it was so iconic, right?
Well,
He
I
just
think
had that line that sticks in your head forever, like that it just ingrained.
But he was also I think he did a great job of making that character three-dimensional, right?
Mm,
Because like take Shredder in Ninja Turtle for example, right?
another
Like
great villain.
another great villain, but you had no idea what
But you
his
had
intentions were, right?
and he had a mask on, right? Because of that, there's
Yeah,
like a degree of separation. You can't like build a connection there.
but even then, he didn't really have a humanity about him. He's like, oh, this guy's just
Mm,
evil. Whereas Shang Tsung was like, I think in the opening scene with Shang Tsung, he said something like, "How may I be of service?" So he had this kind of this like insidious, almost reptilian, trying to like
yeah.
get you to trust him. I'm here to serve you. And somehow even Shang Tsung was like soulful, evil
Mm,
soulful, but still
yeah.
soulful where like, yeah, it kind of still had that little shred of like, oh, if Grandpa from China Tsunami really went off the fucking deep end, he could be this crazy ass dude. He's incredibly charismatic and charming and, evil. Raiden or Shang Tsung for you?
I'd probably go Raiden just
Mm,
because I just remember playing him as a character, and he'd always do the to the sky then and just like strike
yeah,
people down with lightning, or he would
really sick.
fly and then and hit
Yeah,
you. And of course in the movie too, with just the lights, the eyes lighting up with
really dope.
sparks and lightning.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, it was just it. I again, I hardly ever played with him in the game as the character, but
yeah,
I remember a few times I would, and he was just it was just a cool. I think that's probably one of the most iconic things about Mortal Kombat is how unique everyone's outfits are.
yeah, yeah,
Like
exactly. That
everyone
hat,
has just the hat that he wears, and
so sick.
then Johnny Cage's like police outfit, the blue and black, and then
Yeah,
Sonya's green and black, and then Scorpion has the yellow, Sub-Zero has the blue, Jax has I think the purple pants and titanium arms. Like they're so unique. They put
yeah.
so much character into each character.
Raiden, actually, little known, his tunic was as such because incredible, like the huge fupa, like BMI, like massive, not even skinny fat, just kind of like fat. But still really cool powers. Just just not a great ratio. Um, okay, last this or that. Do you have one?
Yeah, would you go? You're gonna
Sonya
pull
or
the.
Katana?
It's got to be Katana. Got to be Katana.
Oh wow, look at us. Totally agree. Why?
Really? Oh, well,
Yeah.
because the fan blades, bro. Like those were so sick in the game.
Oh, see, I was just like going just purely attractiveness, but yeah, sure, that
Oh,
too. That's all
but
good.
I mean, you didn't have Jade. You forgot Jade. If we're going to
Jade.
go in there
Well,
too.
and also Billy Madison's girlfriend, as Sonya is like
Holy,
pretty elite,
that
pretty
was
elite.
her.
Yeah,
I did. I totally did not put those two
yeah,
together. Holy shit.
that is correct. Sonya
Oh,
Blade,
so that's who
just
should have been
watching.
Raiden. Is Chris Farley.
Exactly.
What about so who is your number one go-to character then? Was it always Sub-Zero in the
No,
game?
no.
Was it Liu
Who do you
Kang?
think?
It was Liu
Yeah,
Kang.
yeah. I mean, yeah, he's like a Bruce Lee, stand-in. Asian guy as like the lead character of this is before I was really conscientious of like race in that way. It's more of that like I was a big Bruce Lee fan and grew up like watching Bruce Lee movies. So the fact that you got to play a character who was pretty much Bruce Lee, yeah, all in.
You know what's interesting is I didn't learn this till a few years ago. That dude that comes on the game, he doesn't yell
Say that one more
whoopsie.
time.
The dude that comes on the game,
What was that?
okay, yeah, the guy that pops on the screen where he's just like whoopsie.
Oh yeah,
It's not whoopsie. It's toasty.
Toasty.
I always thought forever he said whoopsie, but
What
it's
does toasty
toasty.
mean?
I don't know. He just says
Like-
toasty.
He's heating up.
I don't know, but supposedly
He's
I
on
always,
fire.
I thought it was for always whoopsie.
Huh.
Let me see if I can.
Wow. Look at us just dropping nuggets.
Yeah,
on
so
the pod.
toasty. It was Dan Forden. It was toasty. It wasn't whoopsie. Forever, I always heard it as whoopsie, and then someone like broke my fourth wall a couple years ago. It's like, no, it's actually toasty. I was like, get the fuck out of here, and looked it up, and I was like, damn it, he's right. But no, I'm excited. Comes out May 8th.
Yeah.
If I can see it in theaters, I'm definitely going to try to, but circumstances may not allow that. But I'm hopeful. I'm just, you know me, if it's not comedy, just give me straight action. Action movies are like my go-to, and this looks good. It looks good.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Go see the movie. I think it'll be worth it. I'm hopeful.
We'll be watching it.
We'll do a review. We'll do an episode of reviewing it after we see it. But I think it'll pull some heartstrings. I hope so. I think it's going to be fun.
I'm still a huge film head. I know Justin is too, but we'll leave on our next video, or maybe on this video, kind of our thoughts and just a little comment section. So let us know what you think, and would love to hear everyone's thoughts. Cool.
Find us on all platforms, Flip Phone Confessional. Until next time, guys.
Don't let the signal fade away. You know I'm just one flip away. We laugh, we cried, we press in till we confess again, my friend.